Test 1, 2. This is Errol coming live from Muskoka. Alrighty, where are you? Where are you, Errol? Where are you? I'm right over here. Coming to you live from Muskoka. So, yep. So let's see. Let's go around this beautiful beast machine here. And so I'm actually here in Muskoka. And you can see I'm actually on one of the famous road. This road actually brings you to a lot of the places, and you know I'm here quite often. And of course, let's go down to the boat. You feel like doing some boat stuff? Some up there. They park right there. Let's take the step road. Okay, let's take the step road. Alrighty. So first of all, let me take you to the simple little bridge here. So as you can see here, it's a popular area. Alrighty. And then of course, the one-lane bridge, if you're used to the one-lane bridge, I'm sitting right there. And then of course, let's see if we could go and see here. So you can see, let's go. Of course, it's closed, so you can't do anything there. But of course, we can see there, this will take you down to the water that side. Again, I'm sitting right over there. So let's do this. Let's do this. And of course, Errol is here. I'm right here. Okay, so let's go down through the trail. Alrighty. I'm gonna go on the other side, but let's do the trail. Love Muskoka. I really love Muskoka. So you can see that we have some beautiful water on this side there. Okay, some folks down there. Alrighty, beautiful. For those of you who like water, I did another video that I was speaking. So I'm gonna probably join this video to that video. Okay. That was a couple of days ago. I was in another area of Muskoka. So, of course, definitely, you can see this, of course, beautiful river here. So I'm underneath the bridge. That was the bridge that I showed you. All right. So here I am. Sometimes I feel like I should be an explorer. Okay, so the bridge that I showed you, which was a one-lane bridge that sits up above there, and down here, you can see this is a channel, right? Go through the channel to the next area. And of course, so where I didn't walk down, remember that I said I was gonna walk down the steps? Okay, so I didn't walk down the steps. I came down. Isn't that beautiful? There. So like I said, I'm coming to you live from Muskoka. Beautiful water, of course. The water is really nice. So I parked all the way up there, way up there. Not this one, but this one. There I am up there. Yeah, there I am sitting up there. Okay. And that one lane bridge I was talking about, let me zoom out. Okay, one lane bridge, meaning everybody have to wait for the next guy to pass. Okay, just really beautiful. So there's so many different areas of Muskoka. Muskoka is really large. So many different areas. So you can see here, consider a marine area. Okay, the boathouse. And of course, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, peaceful. So many residents here in Muskoka. And when I say resident, I should say cottage. Okay, even though they look extremely massive, they are really cottage. Doesn't that look well with the water? Okay. Now you can see I want to get to the other side to show you, but I have to go on the other side. So if you feel like come up to Muskoka and get a boat and go out, then you could do this. Okay. For those of you who have not been into Muskoka, you know, and there's so many different areas of Muskoka, so many different areas. So this is, if any of you thinking about swimming, forget it. But if you're thinking about going boating, yes, definitely. Okay, there you are. And this water can take you very far away. Oh, here comes a boat. Okay, so we can see here, you know. Hello, how y'all doing? Peace, peace. Awesome, awesome. All right, so you can see beautiful. So this is a channel like we just talked about there. Yep, and now he's out in the open water. And that's going to take him quite a lot at this, and he could go very far based on the different channel, different area, because this water just goes and goes and goes and everything. Many mega mansions, when I say mansion, they're considered as cottage, but I don't know if they're really cottage. They're huge, okay? So let's go on the other side. Now, again, remember, I parked up top there. So there's a level down here, and then there's a level up there. So there is my car up there. Okay, that's the one up top. Okay, let me lift above this one. Oh, there we are. I'm up that one. Okay, let me zoom back out. And of course, here I am here first. No, let's do this. Let's do it this way. Okay. So there I am, and there is the marina. Now, could I? Isn't this, look how beautiful the sun is. Can you see the glass shining? It's like, it's just this thing. Can you see the how shiny it is? Like diamond. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just shining like a diamond. I hope you can see it. It's so beautiful. Like literally so beautiful. I'm hoping you can see it. Can you see it? No? Oh, that's terrible. All right. It's really glittering. I'm not sure what makes it does that. Look at that, eh? All right. So I don't want to go back up yet because I want to walk to the other side. So let's do that. Okay. And here I am. They were coming from another area. You could see that this area, it will allow them to come through. So consider that this is a port, and then we'll go to the other side and continue to sail and sail and sail. Okay, it's showing my battery is low. So just in case. All right, so we're just doing the other side. So again, this is this bridge up above there. I've driven on it so many times. Okay, it's a one lane, of course. You can hear the cars, I'm up top. Okay, there we are. And the cars, I'm up there. So I'm way up here in Muskoka. Okay, so of course, you notice the car just came through a while ago. There's a car up top. The car just came through a while ago. And everything. There we are. So if you ever, well, I'm sure you've been to Muskoka, but there it is. You guys okay? All right, enjoying the beautiful water, eh? Huh? I'm not live right now.
How famous you are?
Well, you know me now, so I guess I'm getting to become famous.
How many followers?
I'll keep it simple. How many followers you guys got?
I got like I don't know, 1,500.
You know, you see, he's holding back now. Just because I held back, you're doing it now.
I'm just saying I have 2 followers.
Oh, these two guys.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I beat you. I got three of you.
Yeah, try you. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to follow you.
Well, what if I was the only? I only have one.
That's fine. You're gonna get 2 if I follow you.
That's true. Just check me out on YouTube. Pleasure, guys. All right, cheers. I like your haircut, brother. Okay, if my hair ever he's a barber.
You want to see his?
I would love to see. Hold on. He's a Lakers.
Kind of like you.
He's a Lakers fan, right?
Yeah.
Let me see the Lakers. Hey, my man. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta touch him. That's a wicked cut. That you know that's an Indian cut, right?
That's it, man.
That's a brother cut.
Yes.
Okay, man. Yeah, okay, an Indian with a brother cut from Mexico.
Yeah.
This is working out real cool. Okay, nice to see you guys. Cheers. Alrighty. So, okay, all right. Okay. Hello, how you guys doing? You guys okay?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Oh, did you catch anything?
yeah. Do the exercises.
Okay, what about the line? You're doing you have a line and a hook here. You anything? So you're waiting. Okay, so you're just waiting for fish to come.
Yes, no, nothing.
Anybody? Oh, you have a line too. No, what happened? Nothing yet?
Yeah.
How long you guys waiting?
Yeah, wait. Because my doctor say this is pain, so do fish.
Oh, so you can't throw the line. Okay, well, your doctor should. I'm gonna let your doctor know you're out here fishing.
Good, huh?
You like the quality?
Yeah, where's you buy this even?
Huh?
Where buy this one?
Oh, this. You mean the phone? The phone?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
oh, you mean the stick?
Yeah.
You can get it at most phone place.
Where buy this one?
You know, I can't even remember. I have so many of them.
Oh.
I got a lot of them. Yeah, a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, but it can do all the day. Yeah, it can twist all the way.
This is really good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Your product is from where? You see from China.
Yeah, you can, yeah. Well, of course, from China. What else is new? What else is new? Of course, it's you know. Yes, it is from China. Yeah, you know.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica.
Yes.
Good.
Thank you. That's good too. And where you from?
From China.
You're from China. No one is asking me about. He's asking me about the tribe because he's from China. Okay, that's awesome. So have you guys got any bite yet? No.
Sometimes perch, they cut the.
They cut the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, these fish are smart.
Yeah.
These fish are very smart. Well, listen, good luck, okay? It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Okay? Bye. If you catch anything, let me know.
Yeah.
All right? Thank you. You guys are awesome. Okay, so guys, you can see, and this body of water go very far. Very far, very far, very far. Alrighty. Check and
I was trying to check, man. Like,
yeah, okay, let me show you something.
right now.
Okay. All right, see ya. All right, take care. Okay, here comes another boat. Howdy! How you guys doing? Good. Looking good. Huh?
How are you?
I'm doing well. Who's driving? All right, gotcha, brother. Bless. All right. So as we talk about again, we're in Muskoka. You can see it's a busy route of. Okay, let's go back up the hill. All righty. So Errol here. It doesn't take much to make a friend, does it? You know, I always tell people, you know, it doesn't take much to meet people and to talk to people. Sometimes people say, you know, I don't know how to meet people and I do not know how to, you know, hello. Most people are willing, the word hello is the key. If you can only say hello to somebody, you know somebody will say hello back. Hardly will anybody say, you say hello and they say, get lost. That won't happen, okay? So I encourage you, whoever you are, wherever you are, you know, say hello to people. You know, sometimes people are busy fighting. If somebody only just say hello to somebody, okay, there's the bridge I was talking about, okay? So now I'm gonna go to the bridge. All right, and here we are overlooking, oh, a call is coming in. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this because a call is coming in, but look at that, there we are. Okay, there's boat zipping over there. There it is, boat zipping. So I was underneath the bottom here. And of course, this is the road. So I'm gonna go back in the car and I'm gonna drive a little bit so you can see some of the road based on my driving, okay? I hope. Alrighty, so let's go back to the car residence. So let's go check this out. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get in here. All right. Now remember what I said, my power is dying. So you know what? I think I should get some power here. Let's get some power. Let's get some power. Okay. Nothing wrong with having a suit, having extra windshield wash. And, you know, it's good to have. If you're traveling, always be safe, road safety. Alrighty, be road safety. Change of garment there. Windshield wash. It's always good to make sure you have windshield wash. If you're going on the road, you know, make sure that you have some windshield wash. Of course. All right. Okay. So let's turn down the air, and let's get ready to boogie. Okay. So here we are going over that bridge as we talk about. Okay. So this is a kind of a single lane bridge. Okay. Now there we are. Driving through the city. So, as I was saying to you, you know, it doesn't take much to meet people. You know, the word is hello, and most people want to say hello. Hello. You know that song? I won't sing it because, you know, these days a lot of these, as they call it, copyright. So the minute if I start singing, then of course I'm going to run into a copyright issue. Now most of these places have done some form of video to identify. So again, like I said, I'm on Muskoka, and there's many areas to Muskoka. Okay, so many areas. Let me tell you something. You see this area here? Oh my Lord! You know when the trees change color? Oh my good heavens. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. Unbelievable. Beautiful. So nice. Oh my God. Wow. Because the color looks so beautiful that it would actually look like it's painted. Like the trees are painted. So I did another video, and I travel a lot to various different parts of the country, different part of the city, you know, all over. And sometimes I like to capture some scenery to let people able to see. Now, speaking of scenery, imagine how good God is. You know, most of these trees, I want you to think about it carefully, that most of these trees in the summer or in the winter, all the leaves shed. Oh, you see this place where I'm coming up? One night I was coming here and a beautiful deer family just crossed the street. Oh, I saw a moose a couple of days ago in another area. A moose. Now the moose didn't cross the street, but the deer crossed the street. The deer family, you know, so nice. Oh my God. So if it was Christmas, I would actually think it would be the Santa Claus story. But being it was not Christmas, then this was only about a deer family. But if it was Christmas, I'll be looking for you know who, right? All right. I know you're going to say someone else, but no, it would have been looking for Rudolph. All right. So here we go. Oh yeah, so I saw a moose, and boy, what a big moose it was. Now there was no danger involved because the moose was really just eating in the field, but you know, if you hit these things, it could be serious. Okay? So climbing through Muskoka here, again, like I said, I'm in Muskoka. You're listening to your good friend Errol. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the outside again. There we go. Beautiful area of Muskoka. Alrighty. Let's continue. All right. You know, I may have told you a wrong story. I think it was up here I saw the moose. Not the moose, the deer. It was up here. Yeah, it was up here that I saw the deer. Right up here. That's correct. So I misled you. I did not tell you the true story. It was right up here. Right here they crossed. That's right. All right, a call is coming in to me. So I want to go and take this call. So let me go and talk to them, get them, and I will call you back. I'll come back to you, okay? Let me stop right here. Okay, beautiful flowers garden. Can you see? Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Okay, let's deal with this, and I'll call you back. All right, so here we go again. Someone was just wanted to talk to me. And again, like I said, still in Muskoka. All right. Ooh, sorry. Here we go. And here we go again. Here we go again. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know, I oftentimes tell you the story about the word giving thanks. Also, not only give thanks, but be nice. Sorry, there used to be a commercial some time ago. Be nice, clean your eyes. You know, there's another song, Live and Let's Live. You know, it's so nice when, you know, we as people can be courteous. You know, wouldn't it be nice if people just love one another? You know, I speak with a lot of people from various areas, various sectors, you know, not just one area, various areas. And you know, majority of the people that you could ever meet, these people are so nice. But what if you as a you that listening to me right now, what if it was up to you to change your street that you live on? What if it was up to you to change your community? What would you do to change your community? You know, what you are afraid of, meaning, you know, sometimes it becomes so sad that people don't even want to talk to one another because it's like people don't trust one another. It's not a sad thing. You know, honestly, majority of people, I will tell you, and I know what you heard and I know what it seems like, but majority of the people that you heard about, take my word, they can be trusted. Yes, they can. Now, I'm not saying trust everybody foolishly, because a lot of people can and will talk about, you know, I've trust John Brown and he stole this from me, but you know, majority of the people can be trusted. You know what I mean? Not only that, but we also need to be our brother's keeper. You know, it's funny that when we talk about being our brother's keeper, what is it like? Where did this major statement come from? I'm not my brother's keeper. Well, I don't know if you remember the story. Help me now. I think I'm gazing on the water. Okay? I'm gazing on the beautiful body of water. There we are. Okay? Really nice. Really, really, really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Cain, where is your brother? Now, these were two brothers in whom they bring consistently their tithing and their gift to the Lord. Now, here we are, still up there. Okay? Beautiful area. Isn't that? Look at that house. Look at that house. I think that he's not. Look at that. Nice. Okay. So Judas, not Judas, what am I saying? Please. I think I'm being distracted by the beautiful scenery. these two brothers, Cain and Abel, which Cain and Abel happen to be, what does a school look like? Here we are. Boy, I'm really messing you up, eh? You can see it's all beautiful country. It's all beautiful countryside. Okay, so Cain and Abel happen. Now there are stories about the creation of Adam and Eve. In other words, Adam and Eve was created by God. Okay? Adam and Eve. Who is Adam's father? He was created by God. Okay, that's considered the first family. God, after when God created the heaven and the earth, then God made man. And who that man was Adam. All right? So then they have two sons, but now there are other sons. I think a total could be, I don't want to be giving you misinformed information, but Adam did end up, let me just do something here. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. I'm making everything a song. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm making everything a song. Alrighty. I'm just doing my GPS here. All right, nice. So you might hear some talk in the background now. All right, here we go. Alrighty. So I'm not saying that Adam. Okay, so right now, just take it that God created the heaven and the earth. The earth was without form, void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And God separate the light from the darkness, separate the darkness and whatever, and so on and so on and so on and so on. But then he had two sons, Cain and Abel. Now these individuals would have bring their tithes and their gift to the Lord. And what eventually happened in this case is that for reason or the other, the gift of Cain by God, but the of Abel was accepted by God. But for some reason or the other, Cain, his gift was not the same, accepted as much as his brother. So what does it mean that, I don't want to say that was where the first jealousy arise. Now, jealousy is not a good thing. Now, I know some of you guys are saying easier to said than done. But jealousy is not a good thing. Now, in the meantime, though, even though I'm talking to you, I want you to see the countryside. Here we are. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So jealousy is not a good thing, because jealousy comes with some level of hate, some level of envy. And I'll tell you something, you know, there are people sometimes just jealous that they hate you for even just the blessings of the Lord upon you. So in this case, the blessings are the gift that went to God, presented to God by Abel, was accepted, but the gift that Cain presented was not accepted. Now, again, I don't want to go through the preliminaries of why not. Okay? But his brother Cain was so jealous of his brother that he slew his brother. As a matter of fact, I believe it could have been with the jawbone of an ass. Okay, let me show again. There we are. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, with the jawbone of an ass, he killed his brother. Oh my God. You see how I say to you that it doesn't matter which family you belongs to. Envy, jealousy is a terrible thing. Envy, jealousy is not a good thing. Envy and jealousy can let you do things that you probably did not expect it to do. Envy and jealousy. If today I could talk some of you out of give up envy, give up jealousy. Now, when I talk about jealousy, in this case, I'm not talking about jealousy between a man and a woman. I'm talking about jealousy between your others that may be. Now, I'm not saying not to be jealous about your wife or whatever. That's not what I meant. But I'm talking this at this point in time about something else that Cain encountered. Cain was extremely jealous of his brother, and because of that, he slew his brother. Now, God knew that, what has happened, and God asked Cain, he said, Cain, where is thy brother? Now, at this time, I'm not sure if it was only the two sons that Adam had, because Adam did end up having other sons. I believe biblically he had other sons. I think it'd be up to 7, forgive me. Now, don't go and hold things against me if it's not. And eventually what happened is that Cain said in his statement, I am not my brother's keeper. So for that very reason, I'm not my brother's keeper. How fast? Not only that he slew his brother, but now he's actually saying, I am not my brother's keeper. God said, I know and I saw what you did to your brother. All right? Jealousy, envy. I don't want to say this, but let me say that people sometimes can just envy and hateful, and you did them nothing. Now, that's not a good place to be if you're the hater. If you are the hater, that is not a good place to be. Let me say this to you. If you found out that you're just hating people for no particular reason, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a good place to be. And this is where sometimes, we are so envious of others. And just because the Bible said Cain and Abel, the story about Cain and Abel, this is happening day in and day out. Again, there we are. Beautiful place here. There we are. I'm driving through the town so you can get a chance to see a little bit more. I'm speaking clearly that if you found that you're hating others, because this was a biblical, these two individuals had the same mother, the same father, but jealousy and envy, and that caused them to react in that, or caused Cain to react in that way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you found, again, I'm showing you a beautiful body of water. Okay, just beautiful. Again, like I said, I'm up here in Muskoka. And this is, you can see, no, I'm not at the cottage country now. Well, I don't know if I can call this cottage country now. Okay? Maybe these are more, but I'm in Muskoka, okay? All right, let me just say that way. So if you found that you find that you're envy, because envy could be like a disease. A disease. And if you envy somebody so badly, let me tell you another area of envy. Let me say this, another area. You remember the story of Haman and Mordecai? The story said that Haman, he was quite a man to the king. He was quite a man, meaning, he was quite an official to the king, quite an official, unofficial, meaning he was a very important man to the king, Haman. But Mordecai, who really and truly at the time don't recognize to be anybody too much. Of course, his niece was what you call the his niece was what you call the a call girl or concubine. Just moving this, you can see here, this is all water on the other side of the trees. You probably will notice, and then there are water on the other side, just the same way they're resident. So she was a concubine, which is Malachi's niece. So at the place, and he's a Jew. Now at the gate of the king's house, the king's gate, was Malachi there every day. And that was where he heard the plotting of that two of his guards, or two of the king's soldiers were plotting to kill the king, to assassinate the king. And Malachi was able to send word to Esther to warn the king. Now, Malachi was just at the gate. The king, this Naaman or Haman, happened to have access to everything of the king. You know, special counsel, special this, have letters, approval letter to do all kind of stuff on behalf of the king. So this is envy, and this is jealousy, and this is whatever. But yet Naaman or Haman went to his house and said to his wife and his friends, I got all of these things from the king, and I'm successful beyond successful. But I cannot be joyful as long as I keep seeing. Now watch this. Whether Malachi was wealthy or just a poorly, lowly beggar, he had no idea. But he is riding on the finest of horse, Haman that is, in great apparel, Haman that is. He has all these things, riding on fine apparel, beautiful horses, great attire, and yet he is jealous or envious of a man who is at the gate, at the king's gate. You see how somebody can leave their own success to hate somebody who is even less successful or be seen as less successful than them. Now, here's the thing. Was it that Naaman was not successful? He was very successful in anybody's eye, being that, close to the king. But let me say this right now. I kind of want to say, in other terms, the Spirit of God was not with him. Now, did you know that the Spirit of God that in you, ladies and gentlemen, the Spirit of God that is in you. Here we are again, beautiful scenery. Here we are, beautiful body of water. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. I'm making sure that you get a chance to see, even though I'm talking to you. Just beautiful. Again, like I said, I'm coming to you here from Muskoka. Now, did you know, let me continue. Did you know that the Spirit of God that is in you, that man can hate you for that? You're doing the will of God. You're doing the things of God. And another man can despise you because the Spirit of God is in you. Now, if the Spirit of God is in him or her, she has no eyes or no time to despise you. Now, am I saying that the Spirit of God, that people only despise you who do not have the Spirit of God? I don't know. I can't say that like that. What I meant to say, and I really truly believe that Haman hated and despised a man who was filled of the Spirit of God. Didn't seem like he had much, but he certainly had the Spirit of God. Okay? And so he hated Haman, hated Mordecai. That he even wanted to hang Mordecai. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to hang Mordecai. Same with same with Cain. His gift was accepted by the Lord. That meant Abel was doing something right, and Cain was jealous of it and slew his brother. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That hatred and jealousy is worse than a disease. And hatred and jealousy and envy could let you do things that you even do not understand, because you hate your brother and you hate your sister for no reason. That you will even lie in them to put them to death. Because Haman, even though he had so much attention, has access to so much, he said, how can I be pleased? As long as I kept seeing this man at the gate, as long as I kept seeing him at the gate, how could I enjoy my great success? You see what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, do not hate others. Do not despise others. Do not be jealous of others. I always say, today is mine, tomorrow is yours. Besides, we can't all do the same thing. Some are doctors, some are lawyers, some are teachers, some are street cleaners. You know, if you do what God or what you found that you are doing, if you do it excellent, you will be blessed. Doesn't matter what it is. I always tell people, do whatever you are doing with the greatest and the finest of your ability. Do what you are doing. Do it well. Don't do your job shabby because you wish, well, I wish I had that guy's job. Oh my God. You see, you cannot get promoted because of what the other guy is doing. You will get promoted because what you are doing. It's because of what you are doing that your promotion comes. Do you understand me? Don't worry. You know, I gotta tell you, yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, I went to a place and the security came to me and he saw me pull up in this beautiful machine I was driving, and you know, and some pretty prestigious people stepped out of my vehicle. Now, again, let me say it carefully. He was doing his job, and I pulled up, and some pretty prestigious people came out of my vehicle. And then and I went and parked at another area to wait for them to exit the building so I can get them out of there. And, oh, by the way, that's not a good thing, because he thanked me 1,000 times. He really actually thanked me. He said, how can I get a job like yours? Ladies and gentlemen, I could not do his job well. well, I probably, I don't want to say I can't do his job. Well, but I meant to say to you, I specialize in what I do. Now, that was not a negative thing that he asked me, and I gave him the truth. I said, you're looking at my job or what I'm doing as just extremely basic, but there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. I'm not sure if you ever been, you're put in the driver's seat and you're responsible for some mega people, mega individuals. They're seating in your car and they are at your mercy. You are making sure that their schedule go well. You're dealing with, you got, let me just take it to some of the extreme. You got Secret Service in front of you, Secret Service or whatever behind you, and you're moving a dignitary of political or government or whatever it might be, state, in a state visit. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know how nerve-wracking that is? Do you know how nerve-wracking that is? When the president was in Ottawa, President Biden, I was a part of that whole ideal. Ladies and gentlemen, 14 hours every day. I got a nice hotel room. But when I get to my hotel every night, I hit the bed face down. And when the morning came for me to get up, I wish it was not morning. I go to the breakfast to have breakfast, and I'm so tired. I am so tired. Every moment of that moment is so, oh my God, it's like there is no room for error. Do you sure you would like to do my job? You understand where I'm coming from? I was driving a part of the president. So as I mentioned, most people would say, Errol, I would love to do what you do. Well, my thing is nothing really more than yours.
Continue straight onto Brock Street, Muskoka District Road 169.
But each night that I get to my hotel room, I'm so tired. Literally tired. Yes, it's prestigious. Yes, it's amazing. But tiring. Just like your job. I move all level of people. All level of people. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not an easy task. It is not an easy task.
In 300 meters, turn right onto Bethune Drive South, Muskoka District Road 169.
You do get tired. You don't want anything to go wrong. You are in the driver's seat. You don't want...
At the light, turn right onto Bethune Drive South, Muskoka District Road 169. Signs for Ontario 11 South, Highway 169, South.
You don't want anything to happen on your watch. Any professional person, whether you're a security guard or whatever it might be, or a police officer or military, you don't want...
Continue on Muskoka District Road 169 for 1.5 kilometers.
You don't want anything to happen on your watch. I was driving a former prime minister, and even though it was great to be driving him, still a lot of Secret Service involved. Don't think I was just thinking, oh wow. It is a job that I chose, but you're losing your hair until the job is accomplished. I'm surrounded by Secret Service men. I'm surrounded by government at every level in Secret
In 500
Service.
meters, turn left. Signs for Ontario 11 South.
So it is not easy. So when someone said, I would like to do your job, please remember, there's other things comes with it. Like, and I can I tell you something? Many times I'm
Turn
nervous.
left. Signs for Ontario 11 South.
Many times I am nervous. I look good. I carry it off well. But many times I'm nervous. Why? Because I don't want anything to go wrong on my watch.
In 600 meters, merge onto Ontario 11 South.
I don't want anything to go wrong on my watch. When you gonna be jealous of another man's position, somebody may be in a much credited or accolades. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have these mega degrees, but I drove a lot of people with mega degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a large bank account, but I drove a lot of people with mega bank account. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just barely known by just a few, exclusive few. Ladies and gentlemen, I drove people who's known worldwide by what they do and by their name. See? So, I'm saying to you,